A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive.
Hey guys, I'm Jared with Stryker Boats, and today I want to talk to you about a few different methods that we use to mount a downrigger. Now, the first one we'll go over is going to be the Scotty 1050 Depthmaster. Now, this one has a counter on it. It has a built-in rod holder, which is great. Frees up some of our other mounts for cup holders and bait boards and fish finder mounts, so it works quite nice. Now, some of the components of the downrigger that we'll go over is you're going to need to have a ball. So we just run a smaller ball. This is an 8-pound ball, which I use on the 1050. Now, you can use, the other downrigger we have here today is a lake troller. Now, the lake troller is a small, simple downrigger. It still does a great job, and we're going to go over this one as well. First, what we have here today is the 1050, and we have it mounted just simply on our aluminum bench. Now, I would recommend, if you're installing it this way on the aluminum bench, to put a ratchet strap around the bench, or from a cleat that you install into the floor, and just suck that directly into the floor. I'm not going to be doing that today. I have used this a lot. I sit on the bench to keep its weight down. I've used it enough to know its limitations, and I feel confident without doing that today. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to attach the ball, and then I'm going to attach the line release, and this is simply going to attach to the top of the ball, and then we'll send this down together. So I'm going to secure this. And then I'm going to attach this just above the ball. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring my line right down to hopefully where the fish are. So, and that is the primary use of a downrigger. What a downrigger does is it's going to take that ball down. This is going to hook to my line. And then when a fish bites, hopefully, this line release will let go of my line, and I will be able to carry on and continue to fish. Now, this is great, this downrigger 1050, as it does have a counter on it, and I know where my ball is in relation to the water column. Now, the other downrigger, which we'll get to after, it's simply 1 foot per turn, so you're always counting, which is great. I mean, counting's not the worst. Okay, so let's get this thing set up. So what I like to do is I put out a bit on. Now we're gonna have to get moving for this to all work. So and typically I would do this with a wetting band. I have a plug on my rod today, so we're just gonna go at this. It's just the principle of it. So I like to let about, I like to see that about 10 feet behind the boat type of deal. So then what you do is you hook your line release to your line. You hold that out, you make sure nothing's tangled there. Now what you want to do, release your reel so that it's allowing the line to go, and then you simply pull this handle and you count down. Now we are in 21 feet of water, so I'm going to go 16 feet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this in my rod holder. Now, I would maybe have that a little, actually that's fine. I'll just leave that. You can have that, you can adjust this, it's fully adjustable. So, and that's how you use a downrigger. So, hopefully we don't hit anything under the water. We are fairly close to the bottom, we'll just head out a little bit deeper. So, what we want to do right now, we're going, let's have a look here on my Navionics, see how fast we're going. So we're going 3.5 kilometers an hour. You know, that's a pretty good average trolling speed. And we'll just keep an eye on our depth finder. I can see a few things down there, roughly. It's looking to be about the 20-foot mark. So if you want to change that as you get deeper, you can always, you hit your line release, you can let more line out. All right, we're at 23 feet now. You tighten this up. You don't want to tighten it up so much so it pulls out. You just want to tighten it so if you get a fish, it's gonna snap that rod up, and you know, essentially what you're doing is it's gonna hook that fish and get the hook in a little bit deeper and give you a better chance of success. So this is essentially how you run a downrigger. And we'll just cruise around and see if we hit something. I didn't expect to catch anything in the first 5 minutes, but we want to show bringing it back up. So now if that releases from a fish biting it, or you do need to bring up the downrigger for whatever reason, you can simply pull your rod out, tighten it up a bit, give her a yank. It's going to release from that line release. Then what you can do is you can just reel in your rod. So that's back now. And then you can pull up your ball. And that has an auto brake on it, so the ball is up. So that's it. It's a very straightforward, easy system, and after you do this a couple times, it's nothing to it. It just takes 1 or 2 uses, just like anything, to get a hang of it, and you'll be enjoying your fishing a lot more out on the water. Remove your line release.
For a while, let me feel alive.
And your cannonball.
Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. Unknown man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, so